So in this video, you're going to learn how to do the half double crochet, and that's US terms. So let's get on with it. I'm going to assume you've done your chain, and if you don't know how, there's a video on the screen now and in the description to help you. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the yarn over the hook, and then we're going to count down from the chain. 1, 2, 3 stitches down. So in that third chain down, we're going to put the hook through, put the yarn over it and pull it through that loop. So you should now have 3 on the hook, 3 loops. Yarn over again and then pull it through all 3 at once. And that's what makes it a half double. So let's go again. You're going to do the yarn over the hook, and then you're going to go through the next chain along, put the yarn over the hook and pull it back through that chain. You should have 3 loops on again, yarn over the hook and pull it through all 3 in one go. If you have a bit of trouble, don't worry, it's just because you're on the chain row. It's the most difficult one you'll ever do. So we'll go again. Yarn over the hook, through the next stitch along. You can always adjust your fingers and move your fingers and do what you like as you're going. Yarn over, pull it back through that chain. You've got 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull it through all 3. And then you need to keep going until you get to the end of the chain. As if by magic, I'm just going to get there so you don't get bored, and then I can show you how to turn. So you can see what it looks like. And now what you need to do is turn your work. And then to get to the right height for this stitch, we're going to have to do some chain. So we're going to do 1, 2 chain stitches. And that's got you up to the right height. And then it's time to do your half double crochet stitch again. So you put your yarn over your hook, but this time do not go through that first stitch. You need to go through the second stitch. Yarn over the hook, pull it back through. You've got your 3 loops, yarn over and pull it through all 3. Now the reason why we missed the first one out is because we're going to use those 2 chain stitches as the first stitch of the row. And that means when you come back, you need to crochet into them, to the top one of the 2, to keep your work the same width. So you're just working your way along here. And what I'm going to say at the moment is that you need to be counting your stitches. When you're new to crochet, count your stitches. Otherwise you have a real tendency for things to get longer or shorter. When you get more experienced, you don't need to. But it's just going to make sure that you work your way along into every stitch. And then when you get to the end, that you do go through that chain at the end. You go through the top stitch of the chain. And then you'll see that it keeps that width. You don't want it getting wider or narrower. So you have to make sure you don't work in that first stitch, and that you do work in the top of the chain when you get to the end of the row. And then what will happen is you'll end up with some work like this, where it's exactly the same width all the way. We're assuming you're not increasing or decreasing. So remember those tips and keep working on your half double crochet. And remember, this is one of a series of learning to crochet. So if there are any more stitches you want, or any more techniques or hints, or indeed projects, then please take a look at the link on the description below.